So yeah, they can see us now. So once again, it keeps ringing. I don't know why that video's not working anymore, but it doesn't really matter because they blew up the ship last week. So spoiler alert. And by they, I mean Matt. Matt blew up the ship. So, but hi, welcome. We're playing Alien tonight. Adventures in Lollygagging and Friends. Everyone will do their intros in a second. We've got some cool extra announcements tonight too that people are plugging. So yeah, let's just we already got bits from Captain Carrion because of Matt's luck.
Captain Carion's right. Captain Carion also showed up on Sunday on was it Sunday we played? Saturday.
Saturday, yeah.
On Free League and gave bits just because I was there and I was going to need them. But it was you.
But it was me that time.
Jeff.
Okay, yeah, I know.
Captain Carrion's
so
just like a little
Guardian
RPG
angel.
guardian angel because he shows up in our games and gives bits when Dan's there.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm the Dan of this group.
Yes.
I think you're the
Thank
Dan
you,
of this
Dan.
group.
You are now.
We got even more. Okay.
You're almost
no
a person
offense.
by twice.
Whoa.
Thank you,
I have
Ashley.
trained.
We already got, yeah. Look at
Oh my
this.
gosh.
Look
Time to
at
join
this. What was I was saying something, but I totally forget what it was.
Sorry, Jeff.
Thank you, Jen,
Intros.
for the sub as well. Yeah, we're playing Alien. Matt tried to kill the party last week because he doesn't like playing with us anymore.
No, the plan is that I get
that's
to
what
be
it
captain
is.
again of the new ship.
Yeah.
That's
That's the new
the,
working theory. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, Ashley.
Oh.
Whoa.
What are you doing with?
Holy shit.
Damn, girl.
That's some bits right
Damn,
there.
girl.
Mm.
1,000. Okay. She likes the hype train. Look at that. Plus, she's not usually here on Monday because she's usually working on Monday, so she gets to hang out tonight. So let's we got hosting fees. Okay. Let's get into intros. People got stuff to plug, some new projects. So let's just go through who are you? You know, what are you playing? And then what do you got going on that you should tell these wonderful people about? So let's start with the most wonderful of all people. Jeremy.
What? Wow. My heart just grew 3 sizes.
Aw.
Oh, yeah, I'm Jeremy. I get to play with these wonderful people like all week long, and I love it. We also have a podcast called the Plutecast where we talk about comic books, PLEWD. Matt's the brainchild of that, but he lets me hang out, and it's pretty cool. And I'm going to be playing Chet, who is just a lovely young man, because Kid is a class you can play in Alien, and it turns out it might be the best class.
It is
He
definitely the
also
best
is
class.
a little hoarder. He just picks
Yeah.
up all sorts of things that he shouldn't have.
And I feel really bad because
What happened to all those things?
Yeah.
I lost all my grenades.
Not
I'm
all
so
of them.
sad.
We'll say you always have one on you just for good luck or something. So I don't want you to go
Aw,
away
okay.
empty-handed.
I
So
love it. So I have C4 and a grenade.
yeah, and a gun too, or a knife.
And a gun and a
Just
knife
loading up.
and a motion sensor.
And motion
Just this
sensor.
little kid with a
It's
backpack
the
full of...
greatest. If anyone's gonna survive what's happened, Chet is gonna be the survivor. That's what I think, and because he's well
So I'll
prepared.
run and let it get other people first.
Yeah, exactly. All you gotta do
I'm a
is
good
outrun the
person.
slowest person, and you're good to go. So,
Yeah.
all right then, let's keep it going. Adam.
Hello, name's Adam. I play Eugene, otherwise known as Big E. And I'd like to plug 321 Action. It's a role-playing game that's coming to Kickstarter on Monday. Trying to grab the
Already
link
got it
here.
for you, buddy.
Tomorrow. Kickstarter tomorrow.
Already dropped it in the
Yeah.
chat for you.
It's not
yeah,
one.
it's. I was sitting here thinking it was Sunday. I was way off. Yeah, it is tomorrow, Tuesday.
Yeah.
It's going live, and I was fortunate enough to be a part of the development crew for doing some rules development. So give it a follow and see if it's your flavor.
There might even be an actual play that they can check out, right?
Yeah, right?
There could be an actual play. Yeah. There is one over on Grim and Perilous Plays. I didn't want to double promote though, right?
Don't worry about it. I don't care.
Okay.
Do whatever you like. I just dropped 3 links for it. You're all good to go.
So you could check out the actual play there if you wanted to, see what it plays like after our show that we're, doing right now, of course. So,
Yeah. Yeah. A few of us played in that, and it's possible that Jeremy and I teamed up for a very cool moment where we that involved duct tape, a grenade, and maybe a mermaid. It's possible. One of those things. Okay, that sounded weird. I put it that way. A merman. Is that better? I think that's better.
Yes.
No, it's not. Okay, never mind. I think I just ruined the plug. Did you say who you're playing? I wasn't sure. Did you say who you're playing there, Adam?
Eugene Big E Ellsworth, sometimes called Frosty.
Sometimes called Frosty. Sometimes called Big E Frosty. He's got all the names. Okay.
Biggie Frosty.
Yes, mayor person. That's perfect, Galen. All right, let's keep going. Melissa.
Melissa with Adventures in Lollygagging. You can catch us here on Mondays. You can catch us every other Mondays in Freely Publishing, playing Vaesen. You can also catch us here usually on the weekends, playing some different things. We've been doing some Best Left Buried and some other things recently. In this game, I play Clover. She is our ship's scientist. Kind of scatterbrained, has been very suspicious of both father and son. So her PC anti-buddies, also known as rivals, lately have bounced back and forth between father and son since they joined the crew. Appropriately negative thoughts, I would say. And I spent my XP this time in between on Stoic, since I am much more of a wits person than a strength person. So I've kind of put myself into somebody that is a light sleeper. I can get back up. I've got second wind. Now I've got Stoic. So I'm trying to be a little bit more useful because I am, piloting my own escape pod right now.
Yeah.
Thanks to certain other individuals new to our party.
Just shade. So much shade being thrown. Okay, let's get out of the box. I was noticing, by the way, that they were telling us about Jeremy's game on Sunday in which somebody shoved something up somebody else's butt or whatever. And I'm like, Jeremy always claims it's not him, but it's interesting how every game that Jeremy's in, this is what happens. It's going to happen at some point. You guys might come across a xenomorph or something, and suddenly Chet's like, hey, I got an idea. Just hear me out really quick.
Why,
if you just throw the grenade, you might miss.
Yeah. It's like that Armageddon moment, right? Where like if you put the firecracker in your hand. All right, bottom row, Jen.
When was your last exam? That kind of thing. Hey everybody, I'm Jen. I have a Twitch channel called Pixel Prowler. I'm part of the Grim and Perilous crew. We did play in 3-2-1 action. It was a lot of fun. Yeah. So if you want to check out my channel, follows are greatly appreciated. I do a lot of video games. No role playing yet.
Oh, I like the yet though. It's a hopeful yet.
And I'm playing the doctor, Veronica Marsbar Wesson, who will not stick anything up anybody's butt anytime soon.
No,
but we'll stick a bunion in your face. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. And is currently in a escape pod without her supply of no sleep, jonesing just a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Getting worse and worse the time progresses.
I've got a briefcase full of no sleep.
Yeah.
In my pod.
In your pod.
Because that's right. Because you have the briefcase like handcuffed to your wrist.
Yep. It's full of drugs and all kinds of other things that have not been revealed yet.
Yeah, fantastic.
No instructions on piloting a ship, though.
I leave that to you because you let me do it, Clover. I blame you.
Mm-hmm.
Goodness.
I blame Mother.
It's true.
Because she should have been like, "You're gonna let this guy pilot this thing."
That's what Clover should have said, right? She
No.
is the voice of reason.
She
Where
was
was that
looking
voice?
at her plants.
That's right, Cinders. You also have no teeth in your mouth, Silas, because as you were
that's
getting
right.
saved, your head smashed into the. That's right.
Thank you for reminding me. I forgot about that.
All right. So, speaking of Silas, then, Matt, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yeah. Hey, my name's Matt. I'm playing Silas Worthington, the company man who recently joined the crew to get them all in line because they're terrible at completing jobs. You can find me all over the place. I'm on Free League Publishing frequently. I'm over on Garblight Games tomorrow with Jeff as a player in Masks of Nyarlathotep for Call of Cthulhu. You can catch that tomorrow live at 3:30 Central Standard Time in the afternoon. It's a UK-based channel that we're playing on. And tomorrow, I also have a zine launching as part of Zine Quest on Kickstarter. I am kicking off Kill Today, Die Tomorrow, a spaghetti western inspired rules light RPG. So please check that out, follow, and back if that interests you. Thank you.
And the link is right there in the channel. Go follow it. You'll be Kickstarter will send you a message right when he launches it tomorrow, and so you can go ahead and be one of the first people to back. So, okay. And then last, but certainly not least, is our pal Chuck.
Yeah, that's me. I don't know. Hey, I'm Chuck. I run Defenders of Cobalt. I don't know. What is today? Monday? Wednesday, you can catch me running Rime of the Frost Maiden using Weird Frontiers. So if you get really angry at someone running a game with someone else's system, that's the show to watch. And let's see who's all there. There's Jeremy's there and Jeff's there. And what else? I don't know. Friday, we're kicking off a brand new basic fantasy role-playing game campaign. And then Saturday is where I wanted to get to. Free League Publishing, Forbidden Lands. Last session, we introduced a new friend into the game, played by Adam. And then this coming session, we're introducing another new friend into the game, played by Jen. So exciting expansion. I don't know. But the important thing is we got a Kickstarter coming out on Monday. Next issue of our zine. This one is Defenders of Cobalt presents Chuck Dies in the End. I'm dying in the end. I'm also on the cover as a giant goddamn baby about to get eaten by a monster. And that's Monday. So hit the thing, follow. And I'm playing I'm still a pilot. I don't know if I'm a captain anymore. But I'm playing Frenchie. So I'm just, my ship flew away while I was on the outside of another ship. And I'm like, this is fine. Everything's fine. That's all I got.
Okay. I dropped a bunch of links in the chat for y'all to take a look at. So you've got links to the Kickstarters that are dropping within the next couple days to a week. You've got a link in there for where Matt and I are playing that Call of Cthulhu game tomorrow over on Garblack Games. So plenty of stuff to take a look at. And you have links to the wonderful other folks, Plutecast and Pixel Prowler and Grim and Perilous stuff. So go ahead and follow those links. And come watch other people do stuff elsewhere. That's really, really good. So, and throw them your money. Give them your money. Let's see. Sorry, I'm like a little bit overwhelmed with a few little details. Okay, because I just looked at my notes in terms of the summary. So I always write myself a summary of what happened, and I guess I forgot to do it today because I just wrote, last session, the party split and crazy shit happened. That's like all I wrote to myself. So I guess I got to do this on the fly, apparently.
I mean, we could just go with that. I
mean, that's basically what happened.
Accurate.
Yeah. So Frenchie took over captain of the ship, the Cleidicynum Rip, and was y'all were escorting a group of mercs that were contracted by the Weyland-Yutani to go. They were like dog catchers, which all of us kind of know, not necessarily your characters, but all of us know. The dog catchers tend to be the types that go out and try to capture like xenomorphic or alien creatures and stuff like that. And you all went to another ship called the Lavenza, this science ship that came from Destination Unknown and was running dark and had damage done to it. And when you all went on board that ship, you found several destroyed working Joe androids. No immediate signs of people, of human crew. Lots of blood and guts and gore and stuff, but mostly android gore. And then as the investigation into what exactly happened to that ship and then also getting it up and running continued, Silas, Clover, and Veronica Marsbar Wesson, they went back onto the Cleidicynum, and they took the ship about 8 hours or so away, something like that, by traditional drive to investigate a distress signal that had popped up. And while that was happening, Frenchie was doing an EVA with some of the mercs because the water reclamation tank on the Lavenza, this science ship, had apparently exploded at some point, and inside there was this resin and a bunch of the human survivors from the Lavenza who had these big old holes in their chests for reasons that none of us clearly know. And then Frenchie went back inside, got attacked by some sort of creature while waiting around by a containment lab. Several of the mercs that were with you all started disappearing. A couple of the doctors, scientists that were with you disappeared. Big E and Chet were trying to repair the power flow so that the FTL drive could start working. They found an android. They killed that android. They carried that head of that android back so they could investigate it further. Found that it had specific orders that it was trying to complete. That included sabotaging the containment labs and retrieving something from the containment labs. And then that's when the Cleidicidum exploded because it ran into a series of mines because Matt doesn't know how to pilot. And apparently the distress signal was just sort of a trap used by like pirates or something like that to draw in ships. And the Cleidicidum got one caught up in it's sort of like reactor valves or whatever. And everything just blew up. And so now we have 3 folks floating around near a minefield, near an asteroid, sending out a distress call. We've got everybody else, so Chet, Biggie, Frenchie, and some of the surviving mercenaries on the Lavenza hours away. Also, all of you have detected through your sensors, either on the great science vessel or on your little tiny pods, another ship in relative proximity to that asteroid. And as we were closing, we heard one of the mercs that was on the science vessel Lavenza call forward to the bridge where Frenchie and Winters and Chet and Big E were, and they were under attack by something, gunfire, and then we cut. So, did I miss anything? I think that's everything.
I killed one.
Yes, you did.
Get that?
Yes,
Yeah.
Frenchie did actually kill what we all would know was a face hugger, which is pretty impressive because that could have gone really bad for him because he was all by himself. So, but yeah, you that was great. So, let's all right. Oh God, where to start? Let me get some music going, and then I think we're going to start with the 3 folks that are in pods that are off in the middle of nowhere. Chat, if the music is too loud or too quiet, it's going to be kicking in here in a few seconds. Just let me know and I can adjust it. Those of you playing on Foundry, if you don't want to hear it, you can just turn your own music volumes down. Okay. So, the 3 of you are in separate escape pods. Silas, you're probably still smarting from the hit that you took to your teeth. You definitely are going to need some kind of dental surgery to get that all ship shape, but you're nonetheless okay. Veronica, hands shaking. Every now and then you look out the little pod in your window and you realize that kind of debris that's scattered all over the place, that's probably where your no sleep is. And Clover, you're there as well. All 3 of you. You can see on your very limited, like your pods are very limited. You have very basic maneuvering thrusters that allowed Silas to investigate like this little jury-rigged satellite that was set up to trap ships on the asteroid. But you have very small, limited maneuvering ability, and you also have some sensors, the ability to do some basic comms, so you can stay in contact with one another. All of you, you see a notification on your dashes. There is a ship nearby, and I mean very nearby. It's on approach, but it's moving at kind of a very slow speed for being out in the middle of nowhere in space. Like any ship you would imagine you would come into way out here would be moving at great speeds, but this thing's just moving slowly in your direction, vaguely in your direction. What do you 3 want to do?
You're saying it's lurking.
It's there. It's out there. What do you want to do?
Clover wants to position herself so that she and Mars are kind of close to each other.
Yeah.
Kind of keeping an eye out. And that's really just about all we're going to be able to do is just be in close proximity when this thing comes into view.
Okay. I mean, you're not sure how. I mean, like, you're not sure exactly how close. Go ahead and roll. You can either roll piloting or a comtech if you want to kind of assess whether or not its approach vector is going to somehow interact with yours.
Contact 2.
Okay. You can tell that it's not coming directly for you or directly for the asteroid, but it's in relative proximity. Like, you would have to, and you're doing some quick calcs, you could probably, your escape pods could probably get over to it. It hasn't responded to you all yet. It hasn't sent any message. It doesn't, its FTL isn't up, so it's not traveling at particularly high speeds, and as far as you can tell, its traditional thrusters aren't up either, so it's just moving from momentum, basically. Mm-hmm. It's inertia from wherever it last was moving.
We are highly suspicious last time of a trap.
So, what else would you like to do?
I'm holding my ground. I'm not, whatever.
Okay.
I'm waiting to see what happens.
Okay.
I'm just gonna.
So, it's a good 20 minutes before it gets within your limited sensor range, and you can tell a couple things about it with that comtech roll. You can tell that this is a space trucker type vehicle. It's definitely a model CM88 Bison, but it's old. It doesn't look like one of the newer models. Definitely looks a little bulkier. So, it probably doesn't have any weaponry or anything on it. It's probably not a military vessel. It's certainly a commercial vehicle of some kind. You can tell that it's not currently, there's no maneuvering thrusters, no engine, nothing of any kind. It's just sort of floating there. But it's under power. Like, you can tell that, like, you can kind of tell just from, like, doing some basic scans, there's power.
Okay.
And it hasn't actually adjusted its heading in quite some time. It's just sort of... Just floating.
And we can communicate with each other in short range.
Yeah, it's easy enough. Yeah, and you have distress signals that you've sent out already, automated from your escape pod. So, like, ships are going to respond possibly if you're lucky, if you're fortunate. I mean, you're in the middle of nowhere. And if any ship could find you, would be a miracle.
So Clover will kind of talk to Mars and just say, I can try to swing around and catch a better view of this thing. Are you going to stay put, or you want to move around a little bit?
Are those asteroids? Or is that mines?
A lot of both, I think. But I'm curious about what's going on with this ship.
Tired. Yeah, if you want to look at it, you can. I'm just looking at the stars.
Well, why don't you stay put and I'll go.
Okay,
All right,
I'll be right
what's
here.
What's going on? What's wrong with her? What's happening? What's going on with her?
Did you hear something?
Evan, what is it? Are you addicted to something? What is going on? Substance issues
static.
here?
That's
what are we hiring?
She just sounds tired to me. I mean, that's quite the accusation there.
What?
Breaking up.
Stop making those noises. What is going on?
I'm gonna go kind of maneuver myself around and get a better view of this ship.
Sure. Roll piloting test.
What are you gonna do there, Silas?
Oh, I'm not rolling a piloting test. That's what I'm not gonna do.
Find yourself a mine, huh?
Huh? What was that?
You go find a mine.
You looking for some never sleep?
What?
What? I've got a briefcase full of it here.
Well, I can't get to it, so it doesn't matter.
Right. Well, when the time comes, you know where to go.
If we're alive.
There's a ship right there. They're gonna save us.
Yeah.
Did you not catch the trap part there?
No, there's no
Remember?
trap. There's no trap.
Signal trap. So I am relocating my
Yeah.
escape pod to try to get a better
Roll a
view of this
piloting
thing.
test. See if you can properly adjust the. Okay, you can.
Hey, look at that. That's what a successful piloting roll looks like.
Ouch! Shots fired.
I told you, she's vicious. You don't realize.
The salt.
I
Whew.
believe everything
Okay.
Jeff has now told us.
Right, exactly. She cheats. She's mean. She's got all these extra accounts where she trolls people. So you are able to do so, and you are able to kind of adjust your heading and adjust your speed, and kind of match its vector so that you can kind of pull up alongside it. It's a big ship. It's bigger than the Cleedycidum. Like, that's for sure. It's older, most likely, than the Cleedycidum. You would probably peg this at like a, you're not sure, but maybe a D or a B class. It's like old. Like nowadays, like the new models that they're putting out, the Bison are like, Gs and such. So a little bit newer, a little bit sleeker, a little bit better engineered. This is old. But you can certainly see it's under power. It's got these really ugly, like it's like almost like towers that are just floating through space. But you would know that this houses somewhere between maybe like a half dozen and a dozen people at most. It depends on how they might have retrofitted some cargo bays over the years. Yeah, but you're kind of floating around. You notice that there is a small shuttle that appears to be attached to the main docking umbilical, but both seem to have suffered some damage. Like you can see, it's just sort of floating. It's like kind of floating and barely staying tethered to it. You can see that both the ship and the shuttle have suffered some kind of damage. You don't notice any other clear signs of damage. There's only so much light that you have to really see, but yeah, something's up.
So after I've kind of gone around, kind of taken a good inventory, I'm going to try to see if I can locate where Silas is and sneak up around where he's hiding.
Just floating.
Yeah, so I mean they're nearby. They're near enough nearby. You can there's probably like these pods are probably like daisy chained in some way. They kind of know who each other are, we'll say. Oh, the other thing you notice is that one of the multiple cargo bays seems to have been blown out. So there's just a kind of a giant hole. Either the kind of the loading. You're not sure if it's like it doesn't look like damage. It just looks like this massive just hole. Like it's either a kind of a loading bay might have just been opened of some kind, likely venting. So think about that. We'll switch on over to the other group. Okay, so the rest of you, Chet, Big E, Frenchie, you're on the bridge. You got Winters with you. You got a handful of mercs who are confused. You showed up with about a dozen or so of them, and there's less than half that are left. There's yourselves, there's Winters, a couple others, and then you heard the sounds of gunfire. What do you want to do?
So we're still on the bridge with Captain Winters.
Yeah.
So listen, I don't want to panic anyone, but whatever those creatures are, one of them attacked me, and luckily I managed to kill it. But look how badly its blood just burned the shit out of my feet. So idea here, and I'm sure Chet will back me up on this. We rig this thing to blow, hop in the escape pods, and wish for the best.
Yeah, we can go on over towards the Cleedycidum.
And that's when Colonel Winters, Captain, remind you that, and I'm not sure if Big E and Chet heard this. I know Frenchie has already heard this, but I'm not sure if Chet. we, Mr. Big EE, sensors detected some sort of large nuclear explosion coming from the vector that the Cleety sign went off to a couple hours ago.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry there, boy. I think it's possible your dad ran into some trouble.
This isn't funny. You can't say stuff like that.
I hear you. It's not a joke. And it just sort of comes over and calmly puts a hand on your shoulder and like leads you over to the sensor display, and you can see it. Like there's just all sorts of these radiating signals coming out from that direction. Also, distress calls.
Distress calls. God, that's bad.
Well,
So-
I mean, but ain't discret like I'm trying to say it, towards Chet. Ain't distress calls good though, because that means that somebody is calling for help.
That is true. They could still be. They could have hopped on the escape pods. Be out there floating.
Whoa. Right. I mean, maybe something else happened.
It's a
know.
nuclear explosion.
Well, I
Thanks in the
mean,
reactor.
what?
I just say it's like you said nuclear explosion. So I was like, what do you think's in the reactor? Also, one of the other, we'll say, Colonel, Captain, we got another signal. Seems to be moving in the direction of those distress calls. Another ship's out here.
Without saying anything, Biggie's going to try and do the best he can to like start making this ship operational.
Okay, it's that the drives are ready. You know that Frenchie and Silas had spent some time earlier in the day in the previous shift. They had kind of messed around with some of those consoles. So the consoles on the bridge are good. The biggest issue right now is the fact that a bunch of the mercs are missing. Someone just yelled out, "What the fuck is that thing?" And then there was like assault rifle fire coming from somewhere else in the ship, and Frenchie got attacked by some creature.
Yeah, Adam is familiar with that.
Yeah.
So
That's the stakes.
Biggie's like, okay, we got everything set up. I mean, this thing can limp along, so I mean, we can head in that direction.
Yeah, we aren't alone here, though. I'll tell you what, Biggie. What would it take to give us an environmental sill here on the bridge and just vent the rest of the ship?
And I look at Captain Winters,
The colonel.
Colonel
I think
Winters,
she's
sorry.
a lieutenant colonel. I had her at.
Lieutenant Colonel.
She
Whoops.
says,
There we go, breaking military protocol.
she says that we'll call that Plan B. I think right now, until I get confirmation one way or the other that the rest of my men are done for, I feel like maybe we got to go see about what that gunfire was. All
right.
The boy can stay here. He seems capable enough. We can go ahead and lock up the door to the bridge. If one of you wants to stay with him, that's fine too. But I think the rest of us might want to go and...
No, you've got the guns. I'm staying with you.
I mean, you got one too, don't you?
Yeah, he's got one.
Well, I'll like hold mine up and then compare.
Yeah. You can see that they've got like plasma rifles. They have pretty good guns, yeah.
This is like a pop gun.
Well, if we want the ship heading to where your ship just exploded, allegedly, someone's got to be up here monitoring controls, monitoring communications.
Oh, yeah, that sounds important. He might be trying to send a message to us.
Yeah.
I don't want to miss that. You're right. I don't want to miss that. I should be here. I need
There
to.
you
Okay.
Before we start looking for your crew, can we go ahead and set this ship on a direction towards that explosion?
Yeah, we can go ahead and do that. Roll a piloting test there, Frenchie.
Sure. I don't
Easy
get all my
peasy.
bonuses since this ain't my ship.
Oh no.
So sad. So
You're
sad.
never gonna get those bonuses again. Oh,
2 successes.
you got 3 successes.
Oh, 3 successes.
Yeah.
Look at me.
Yeah, no problem. You're able to very, very easily, set a course, get the traditional engines underway, and off you go. It's not a problem at all. Like everything's kind of working. Just everything's fine.
So is we leaving Chet behind or what?
I mean, like she said, I guess I can like monitor and, yeah.
Now,
Are there vents in this room?
Roll an observation test.
Oh.
Go ahead and roll for stress.
Ugh.
Eventually, I'm just getting everybody going out on their own.
Oh, I must immediately attack the nearest person or creature.
What?
So, what does this look like?
What?
Ooh,
Ow.
Can
oh
we-
yeah.
Oh my god.
All right,
how
let's
do we
see.
just? Yeah.
I'll
Is
do.
it the kid?
I
Don't shoot my
kinda-
boy.
I'll do a D6. If it's a 6, it's Chet. 5, Big E. Any of the others, it'll be one of the Marines.
Oh no.
All right. All right.
It's Big E.
Oh man, my friend.
Yeah,
No.
he's the closest. He's right behind you. You just set the pilot. You just set the course. He's kind of hovering over your shoulder a bit as you're looking around for vents. And there's Big E. He's just there, breathing down your neck while you're doing this.
This hurts Chuck as a person. God damn it, Biggie. Would you give me some space? I'm tired of smelling that goddamn ferret on your breath. And I'll just swing at him.
Okay. Go ahead and
Come up
roll.
with something.
Yeah, go ahead and roll. You got to keep going until you're broken or till somebody's broken. Or I think does it work? Does a command does command work here, Matt? Do you know? If
I
somebody
think it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's supposed to.
I
Okay.
played it that it didn't when it happened because it didn't list it in the
Okay.
write-up. So I played it that it like in the actual way it's written, it says to be broken is the only way to stop it. So when
Okay.
it happened with Jeremy's character, I did not allow them to.
Okay.
command
Fair
him out of
enough.
it.
I think that makes
But
sense.
it's your
to
call.
Me.
It's your
no,
game.
I think that makes sense though. I think that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, I swing at Big E.
So, okay, Big E, you take a point of damage as Frenchie turns around and just cold cocks you, and then looks like he's getting ready to swing again.
Hey, you done? As it does nothing to me.
Yeah. The
Done.
one of the
No.
one of the soldiers sees this happen. One of the mercs is going to come over, take the butt of their gun, and they're going to just smash it against the back of Frenchie's head.
Please knock me out, please.
So I'm just gonna treat this like a knife. I'm just gonna roll it as a knife, but we'll treat it like a butt of a gun. If it would roll for me. Okay. So let's just do. There we go. Or not. Jeff's not getting upset. Jeff's not getting upset at all. And misses.
Ooh, I duck.
You managed
All
to
right.
duck.
Duck.
Hey,
Uh,
it's hug time. As I'm gonna get close to him and I'm gonna like try and restrain him.
Okay, you're gonna try to grapple him. Go ahead and go ahead and roll close combat. What are
on,
you
buddy.
doing, Chet?
Just what the fuck is wrong with all of you? There's already enough people dead. Just why are all of you so goddamn crazy?
Come on, calm down. We're here.
Okay.
We've been through worse.
Do I have to keep focused on one person, or can I spread the love?
It says you must immediately attack the nearest person or creature, friendly or not. You won't stop until you or the target is broken. So it's Big
Oh,
E.
I gotta.
You've got a target.
Yeah. Just
I'm
keep
gonna.
swinging.
He's coming in for a hug. I'm gonna
Okay.
stomp on his toe and try and give him a headbutt. This is.
That's a success.
Oh.
Big E.
And another stress.
Oh, I gotta push. Do stress again.
Oh God.
That's actually a good
That's
way
probably
out.
good.
So that's actually good.
Okay.
All
Yay!
right. So he did do a damage to me, right?
That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
So
Frenchie, you're just kind of you're in the headlock, and then the other one of the soldiers comes over, is just kind of smashing you in the back of your head as best they can with your the butt of their rifle, and then eventually like everything just sort of goes dark, and we'll just say you kind of just it's a sleep, kind of like a sleeper hold, and you wake up moments later. You're kind of bound. You're like Steve Buscemi from the Armageddon, where everyone just kind of tapes you to one of the chairs. And then there's Colonel Winters looking down at you, and she's just got this most disappointed look on her face, and she's like,
"Oh, this hurts.
I thought you were better than this. All right, boy, you gonna keep an eye on this one?"
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I will be in charge.
Okay.
All right. Well, I rolled strength to see if I soaked the damage, and I rolled a stress.
All right.
Oh no.
Maybe you'll get it too.
You're keeping it together. You're all right. Okay. So she comes over to you, Chet, and she puts her hand on your shoulder again. She pulls up the gun. She's like, if he does anything, pull back on this, and then squeeze the trigger right center mass. Right here is center mass. And she's like teaching you how to shoot in center mass.
Okay.
You got that? No more time to fuck around now. All right?
He's done this before.
Okay.
I got one of the Joes earlier.
If you just put him to sleep, he'll.
Yeah, I'm feeling better now. I'm sorry, Frenchie. Not Frenchie. I'm Frenchie. I'm sorry, Biggie.
See, he's crazy. He's lost his mind.
I lost
Speaking
it,
in the third person. And so she'll
sorry.
She'll say, "All right, Biggie, it looks like you can handle it yourself. You're coming with us." And she's like, "Let's go." And then as the door closed, they seal it a little bit as best they can, lock it up. And so Chet, you and Frenchie are alone on the bridge. Frenchie is bound to this chair. Big E, you and Winters and 3 of these mercs are moving on. And they, as all that was happening on the bridge, as Frenchie was losing his mind, like you heard a gunshot or two, a scream more. You see people like, "Are you coming? What the hell's going on up there?" And it's been a couple minutes since that, right? So like, so much craziness happened on the bridge, it kind of delayed everything. But eventually, you make it to like where you think the guns are, which is down towards engineering, which is down where you were before. And you look around, just vague at first. You don't see anyone here. You don't see anything. You see a like kind of broken big old rifle on the ground. It's fallen to the ground. You see it's almost split in two somehow. You see blood. You see that there's been a handful, if not more, bullets that have been sprayed over one of the work benches that you were working at earlier when you were repairing that android head with Chet. There's like just a spray of bullet holes up there. And then all the mercs they start like kind of fanning out, kind of covering the entrances and exits at this point, and they're like kind of calling out names. They're like, "Save her, save her." What are you doing, Biggie?
I'm looking around because I'm just now realizing I dropped my torch.
It's all right. They got stuff. So there's plenty of light in here at this point. Plus, there's power to the ships. The ship's got lights. Yeah.
I meant my cutting torch that I use as a weapon.
Oh, I was thinking flashlight. My bad.
Yeah. Y'all got a knife or something?
You see Winters will just kind of pull her sidearm off and just kind of hand the sidearm over to you.
All right. I mean, I'd take a gun, but I wasn't very good at shooting the cans off the fence. You know what I mean?
It's all right. When the shooting starts, you might just want to hang back a bit.
Okay. All right.
Did they take my pistol?
We'll say that's the one that was given to Chet, maybe.
Okay,
that's
fair. I was going to say, like,
if
Big E needs a gun. But yeah, no, that's fair.
So
I have a real gun now. What type of gun did you have?
The M4A3 service pistol. Hopefully, you don't shoot me with it.
I don't think I'm going to. I really, yeah.
What kind of pistol is it? Same thing?
Same thing, yeah. Just keep it simple. Biggie, roll an observation test while you're in here.
Okay.
You want to push?
Nope.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Up on the bridge, Chet, You hear a voice pop out from the console, the communications console. You hear a woman's voice. Hello? Oh, hello? Is anyone there? Hello?
Yes. Hello. Hello. Who is this?
This is May. This is May.
May who?
It's Dr. Ying Sui.
Oh. Where are you?
I'm down by the containment labs. I was getting chased and I had to hide. And then I had to turn my comm off because there was something took out one of the marks and came after me. They told me to run, so I ran and I hid, and then I'm afraid to get out. Can you send someone down to help me?
Yeah. Do you see something? I'll call the soldiers. Do you see something that I could tell them to help them know where you are?
I'm by the containment labs.
Okay.
Tell them the guards are down. Tell them. Who is this again?
You
have clearance?
Yes.
All right. Fuck it. Who's got time? Tell them a couple of the eggs were already broken when we got here, but more broke. Just
More broke.
okay.
Oh my god. They're fast. Their blood is acid. You have to be careful.
She stutters for a second. Guess I'd know.
I mean, of course you know. I was testing you.
Chet.
I don't have a weapon. I don't know what the fuck's out there waiting for me.
Okay.
The gestation period, it's been hours. They could be fucking huge by now.
Chet, ask her if she's affixed to the wall with some weird black stuff.
What?
Just ask those exact words.
Are you affixed to a wall with some weird black stuff?
No, I'm in a fucking medical supply box in a closet.
Okay. I'm gonna call them right now. I really hope that you're okay.
All right. I'm gonna stay quiet otherwise. Shh. Okay. So comms go off. All right. So you call, you relay the info.
Yeah.
That's fine. Let's cut back over.
Holy shit, Frenchie, this is intense.
It's like camping, man. This is crazy.
This isn't like camping.
Oh, it's camping. It's fucking intense.
So good.
Camping was very different for me.
Oh my god. Oh, don't forget, by the way, we have a couple free rerolls from the bits and stuff before we started.
Oh, whoops.
Whoops.
You're gonna use that to kill your buddy.
Yeah.
I say I should have used that for my fight with Big E.
Yeah.
My very short fight with Big E.
So let's cut back and Clover, Veronica. Clover, at this point you're circling the ship. Silas,
Okay.
Veronica.
Did I find Silas?
I mean, sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I just want to get eyes on him.
I'm not hiding. What? You don't trust me?
Fine.
Okay.
So we're kind of screwed here. What are you thinking about that ship there?
I think we should get closer and check it out. I think that's our only chance of survival right now.
And I'm gonna give him the update of everything that I saw on the ship. There's cargo doors open. Some shuttles are broken.
So you all would know that getting into the ship, you could try maneuvering the pods into the open cargo bay doors. You could try getting over towards the umbilical, but that might require detaching the shuttle that's already there. That's probably the only two ways in.
Is there anything that does not involve a piloting role?
Unfortunately not.
All right. We're gonna use those, saved up bits, I think.
I suppose you could just leap for it and hope for the best, but I don't think that's going to go well.
So like that blown open cargo hold, is that a viable option? We can
Yeah.
go over there and use that. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start. I don't know, positioning my pod to go over there and do that.
Okay.
I will go back now that we've kind of decided on a plan. I'm going to go back over to Mars. Because if I need to like position my pod behind hers and pilot both of us in tandem, I will do that if I need to.
Okay. So, anybody who's trying to get on board that ship, go ahead and roll a piloting test.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, we have free rerolls. It'll be okay. If not, it'll be good content.
Yeah, 1 success, 2 stress.
Okay, roll your stress.
Oh my.
Success.
Oh god. Okay, go ahead and roll your stress, both of you.
Oh, I'm panicking.
Okay.
I'm freezing.
Okay.
Oh no, I dropped an item. Okay, that's not so bad.
Oh yeah, that's definitely not. You'll be easily
in your pod.
Yeah, exactly. You'll let it pick it up. Veronica, are you gonna wait out here by yourself in the middle of space, or are you gonna follow the leaders here?
My stress level goes up. Dang.
I'm not. I mean, you're in separate pods. I feel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're not really in short range of each other. I don't think anymore.
Can I try to maneuver behind her if she's not moving and try to like...
If you had extra successes on your piloting test, yeah, but you only have the one, so.
Okay.
I'm gonna hang out here for a little bit. I've got tick, tick, tick. I got plenty of air in here. Let me know how it is over there.
Yeah, but if you want those never sleeps, you might as well join us here in the ship.
But it's so pretty out here.
I am going to command her to
Okay.
come into the ship.
Okay, do it.
You're gonna command me from afar, huh?
Yep. Yep. Okay, manipulation.
My bunions are feeling much better out
I'll
here.
push that.
Well, it's 1 dice short. So I'm just gonna roll an additional d6. Because I have that
okay.
ability that lets me roll off
Okay.
of...
Shooter?
Yeah, just roll d6 free.
That's a 1.
Okay.
No, I'm not gonna push it. I'll just say, listen, is an order, company directive is that if we find anything like this, you have to go in there and take a look at it. Otherwise, you're gonna forfeit all your shares. Now get your pod in there and join us.
Do you know how much we owe right now?
Yes, I do. I'm keeping a running tally in my notepad.
Did
I
you
know exactly
forget
how much
that-
you owe?
We're in pods right now.
Did you forget that we're in pods in the middle of nowhere right
There
now?
was a
This is our best
distress
chance?
signal. That's what caused all of it. Just message me. You beep boop boop. Let me know.
You would also know,
Pa-
by the way,
Pass the
Silas,
ship.
in Clover, that if you two go on the ship and she waits out here, like this thing's gonna leave her behind. Like she's gonna be all by herself very quickly. Like within a minute, she's just gonna be completely left alone.
These are last choices right here. It's so pretty out here.
Can I try the command?
Well, he passed his command, right?
Oh,
You got a success.
Yeah, I got 1 success. One
Yeah.
success.
So
wanna
I'm trying to
Also
see.
try to cajole my friend into...
The two of us are trying to get on the damn ship.
slightly different tactics, but you know.
Okay, so so I mean, like is this your like an officer talent? Is this the officer talent?
No,
that you're
no.
doing,
So
like, full
this, it
rank?
is opposed. She gets to roll against
Yeah, that's what I
it, 'cause
thought.
my officer one is different.
Okay. All right. So is that manipulation she's rolling against?
Yes.
Okay. Roll your manipulation, Veronica.
Ooh.
Okay. And yeah. So if you want to stay out here, Veronica's welcome to stay out here.
I will not be moved.
Okay.
You know, because I'm not moving, right?
Can I try a slightly different tactic? Or no, because it already...
No, do whatever you want. That's what Silas did. What are you doing?
Can I communicate with just her and not him? Or is that...
Sure. Sure.
No. What are you talking about over there?
I see your lips
Oh,
moving. What's going on?
I want to go a little more in the direction of like, if shit goes down on that ship, I don't want to be stuck with him alone. I would really much prefer if you were here with me. We don't know him. We don't really know how much we can trust him. I'm not sure he won't just,
You got a point. He's not a very good pilot.
No, and I don't. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of his right now, and I would rather it be kind of 2 against 1.
You're right. I can't
prefer
just leave you
King.
to inspect the ship by yourself. I guess I'll go in there with you. You twist my arm.
Thank you, friend. And he's, got some pills for you, so a little bit of a bonus at the end of the day.
He says he's got pills.
Well,
All right.
this is true. I guess we'll find out.
So
do I
one
need
by
to roll?
one by one. No, I mean if she's agreeing on her own accord, you're not going to roll anything. No. Okay, so one by one, you all navigate your pods into this giant open cargo bay door that seems to have been left open. You can see that there's a variety of cargo that's kind of just floating around in the interior, that's kind of still tethered in some way. You find a place to set your stuff down as best you can. You can see that there's a couple other doors that appear to be closed, and you're not sure if the whole ship is without atmosphere or without gravity, but when you pull into the bay, like you look around, this is a fairly large cargo bay, probably twice as large as the ones that you have had on the Cleidicidum. But you can see that there's at least 2 different ways out of this area. There's a fairly large hatch, and then there's a smaller hatch that seems to head kind of port side.
Is there a computer or any interface anywhere I could go over and make a contact roll on? To kind of
Absolutely.
find
I was
out what's going on
thinking.
here?
Absolutely. So since you're even though it's 0 grav in here, you can get out of your ship, you get out of your stuff. You have all of you have suits on. I'm not going to make you roll any specific rolls to do an EVA, but yeah, you work on over. There's definitely been some damage, but from what you could tell, you can still access this terminal. Like you can see that there's been some kind of explosive damage here and there, but one of these terminals is still intact. So yeah, go ahead and roll ComTech.
2 successes.
What are you
You're
looking
not
for?
trying to pilot, are you?
And suddenly the reactor detonates. You don't know what button he pushed.
Not again.
It was the wrong one. He pushed the button that says, "Do not push this button." What are you looking for?
I want to see if there is atmosphere here, specifically in any parts of the ship. That's my number 1 goal. Number 2 is to just kind of get a status of systems in the ship. Can we get it back up operational? And third, if I can get any more information with that role, is like status of crew. Is there life here?
Okay. So in terms of atmosphere, you can definitely tell just by looking at the door that on the other side of this door, that would like this larger set of doors that would lead further into the interior of the ship, there doesn't appear to be atmosphere on the other side. But you do, however, as you start going through it, there are pockets of atmosphere elsewhere in the ship. So it just looks like there's just a small, not necessarily small, but there is a chunk around this cargo area that seems to not be under atmosphere and doesn't have any grav, anything like that. From what you can tell, the power situation appears like everything's kind of at low power. Like everything's sort of functioning almost like on sleep mode in a way, if you want to think about it in those terms. Like it's just sort of low power functioning. FTL is not online currently. And then in terms of whether or not there's anybody here, do you want to send communications? You want to do a broad communication into the ship or not?
No.
Okay. Because that's
Not at this point.
probably the only way I think you would be able to do
Okay.
so. Okay. But you would know that if you can get through the sort of small hallway on the other side of these double doors, you're going to find atmosphere.
Sure, I'll report that to the others, to Veronica and Clover. And I'm going to suggest that we head there first. Find out what's going on. Get in the atmosphere. We get these damn suits off.
And from what you can tell, by the way, the bridge seems under under power, under atmo. Everything seems fine.
Okay.
It's one of the places that seem okay.
Okay. That's going to be my recommendations. We head in that direction.
Before we get moving, you might actually want to give her some of that no sleep if you've got.
Well, we got to go
actually
into the
have
atmosphere area if we want to do that. I can just like float it in space around her, just kind of knock it around and watch it float out there.
Veronica takes her helmet off.
Proof that you have it.
Okay.
Now I see that he wasn't lying about that, so we can proceed.
Okay.
Yeah, I pull out a pill bottle and I shake it.
So you open, you punch in some commands, do a little bypass, get through the doors. They open up. They close down. You get up to the next panel, and you can kind of see that on the other side, atmosphere, gravity, everything seems to be okay on the other side. You can notice that there's a significant amount of damage done to this hallway. It looks like there's gunfire, like pistol fire. There's this. It's also very grimy and old as well. But you get to the actual panel. You kind of make sure that you flood this small hallway with some atmo, and then you open the doors, pressurize everything. They open up, and standing about 5 feet in front of you, as the door opens up, you see 2 working Joe androids that are just standing completely still, arms sludged, like kind of slinking a little bit forward, eyes off, not glowing, mouths open. All of you take a stress, and go ahead and roll. No, just take a stress. So yeah. But yeah, you can see that there's 2 right in front of you, about 5 feet away, long hallway, a couple little doors going on to the right and the left. But immediately when the door opens, you see them. They don't seem to react to you. They're just standing upright, arms just slouched, right in front of them. One of them is holding a large wrench.
And this is like what sort of room is this? I'm sorry.
Just a hallway. It's just
hallway?
It seems like a corridor, and then you can see that on the ground there are these old faded lines that are kind of painted colors going off in different directions. One's tracking off towards medical, one's tracking off to bridge, one's tracking off to engineering.
I'll kneel down. I'll open my briefcase. First things first, I'll hand Veronica one of my never sleeps.
One.
I said that one for now.
Oh my god.
I'll put the bottle back. When my briefcase is open, you can clearly see inside now that I have a very nice gold pen. I have a data pad. I have some paper. I have quite a few bottles of drugs and a very large Magnum in there.
You thought I was into pills.
And I'm gonna pop another bottle, and I'm gonna take Naproleve.
Okay.
And I'm gonna offer one to Clover and Veronica. It reduces your stress to 0, but all your agility rolls are -1 till the next shift. So I'm relieving all my stress. I'm getting rid of this stress, and I'll take that hit to agility.
It's like a cocktail. I like cocktails.
You said -1 to agility?
-1 to all agility-based skill rolls until the end of your next shift. But your stress is gone. We're all flying high.
Okay.
I'll take out my Magnum and spin the cylinder, and we'll head on down the hallway.
Okay.
That's my dad.
All right. So you continue down the hallway. We'll shift over to the other crew, the other side.
Okay. Sorry.
Chet and Frenchie, you just got this message. You relayed it over to Winters. Winters, Big E, and some of the mercs are down at engineering. Winters turns to the, assigns two of them to stay here. Big E, you take a look, and the engines are fine. It doesn't look like there's been any damage. Everything here seems to be more superficial damage, but there's all of these, strange chunks of metal missing. You can see some of the grates are just bent and folded downwards, like these holes. That you have to kind of be careful as you step around. They don't even really seem to phase any of them, right? It's almost as if they're sort of expecting them. You hear one of the people that's sort of hanging around is like, anybody got any food? You got any a bar or something? I'm just so damn hungry right now. Ugh. Anybody? All right, now fine. Fuck me, rat. Whatever. It's fine. I'll
I
wait.
ain't got nothing, partner.
Okay.
And I mean, that ain't right. It's that pointing towards the floor. I mean, gotta look down everywhere you go. You're gonna fall through.
And you can see all of them are just kind of looking at each other. Winters just does a little very subtle, like, head shake. Like, you know, just and then you look at her and you can see, like, the tail end of the head shake. And then she turns to you and she says, all right, you, Buckles, Stitch, you're with me. And then you stay back, look around, see if you can find them. Stay on constant comms, and they start moving out. She radios up to you, Chet, and she says, what's the status on Captain Frenchie?
And as you're doing that, now that I've heard about what this nap relief can do, I feel like I might use my hidden stash ability. Do you think it's fair that I might have pilfered one of my dad's?
I think that makes sense. Of course you would. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, of course you would steal from your dad. Absolutely.
As she's saying that, something has just dawned on Chet to be digging out a nap relief that he's stolen from his dad. He's like, actually, he seems to be doing really well right now. I'm, looking around to make sure everything's okay in here. But yeah, things seem good. Did you find the doctor?
We're heading there now.
Okay. Is there anything else I need to be doing?
Just keep an eye on them bridge consoles. Is he all right? Is he ready? Is he shipshape?
Yep, he is. He's doing good. I don't really understand what happened, but I think everything's okay now.
All right, Captain. You said you killed something?
Yeah, small creature. I don't know, maybe larger than a dinner plate. Looked like a big, weird hand with a tail.
Can't be that.
I shot it, killed it. It sprayed its weird blood everywhere. Caught me on the foot.
You sure it's dead?
As sure as I could be. Listen, I point blank that thing. It went to pieces.
I mean,
hang on, Colonel. We did get a message up here from one of the scientists down there.
That there are more eggs.
And they've broken open.
All right.
She's in, and I'll relay what I overheard from Chet.
All right.
The location, and that she's hiding in a medical closet or something.
Why don't you go ahead and double time us down to the containment lab? We'll meet you there. I want to see this creature you killed. Chet, you just lock the doors behind you. You'll be all right.
Okay.
All right.
So you start cutting through the duct tape. Let Frenchie go.
So, I know we've already done this a little bit early, but just don't tell my dad. Like, I know what this does. I looked it up. You're going to feel a little slow, but I think you're going to calm down a little bit.
Listen, kid, I'll take what you got. Are you coming with me, or are you staying here?
I kind of want to stay here, but like, if you need me to help you, I'm there.
Whatever you feel comfortable with, man. Like, I
think I should be here just in case there's a message from my dad.
Okay.
I'm really sorry.
No, that's fine. All right, lock me
you
out.
should you should probably have your own gun.
Oh, all right. I'm glad you mentioned something. I wasn't going to take it from you, but if you offer it.
I've got biggies. I've got a bolter.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I'll take my gun. I'll slam down that pill. Removing my stress.
Okay.
I'm helping.
Yes.
I'm practically a cleric.
Pretty much.
You are.
Okay.
And yeah, I'll
Do you double time
it down there.
And you get there, you can see there's Big E. There's Winters. There's two of these other mercs with her. They're slowly moving their way into the lab, kind of hand signals, gesturing this way, that way. And yeah, you go. She clears it, lets Big E, Frenchie, you two can kind of come in. And then she points over. She's like, "Where is this thing now?" So you go and you show her. Show her this little vent, and you look down, and it ain't here.
Do I see the this acid.
Yeah.
marring
Oh
on
yeah.
the-
It's unmistakable. Yeah.
Like, well, here's where I shot it. Maybe I didn't kill it. I thought I center massed that thing.
These things play possum.
Maybe that's what it was.
And then she's like, all right, stay close. And then she opens up this door that like a few of you have been here before. Like this has mostly been a locked door for a while. You can see that there's these 2 rooms, Containment Lab 1, Containment Lab 2. One of them has this huge, like blackened, kind of suggesting there was some sort of explosive device that kind of blew the door open at some point. And the other one seems to be mostly intact. But you can see that there are 2 bodies on the ground right in front here. These two people from her squad, and you can see like they're just down there. And as far as you can tell, I mean, like they're just comatose. They're just not moving, not doing anything. They're just lying there. You can see their guns are laying off to the side, and you can see Frenchie like on the ground within a few feet. Like you can see that there's more of that kind of like acid blood on the ground here and there. You can see that she slowly opens the door a bit. What, Frenchie, Biggie, go ahead and roll observation test really quick.
No successes on me.
Okay. Biggie, okay. Biggie, you get a peek inside one of these rooms, and you see what almost looks like cryo beds, but they're a little bulkier, and a little taller. They've kind of like a taller glass casing, almost like rectangular, and you see sitting propped up in them these, for lack of a better term, these big old green-brown eggs. A couple of them look to have been like there's like a blossom at the top, and you can see that there's like this cracked glass suggesting like the chamber has been broken. Others seem intact, but there's quite a few in here.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
I'll point over towards that scene and I'll say, I'll motion to winners.
And she sees you looking, and she says, yeah, you don't want to look at that. I don't want to have to put a bullet in you. And she just kind of starts to close the door a little bit.
I didn't see nothing.
And that's when you hear from behind you all, you hear a, hello? Is someone out there? Hello?
I'm letting the mercs take the lead on this.
Okay. So they step back. There's this little containment closet you guys bypassed. You open the door, and there's like this big old medical box, like this like reddish white medical box, and the lid's kind of up, and you can see this woman with this dark hair and these big old glasses. One side of the glasses, the spectacles, is broken, and she's like, hello? Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. And you would recognize her. You saw her at some point. She's kind of starting to debrief the Marines and such, these little mercs, and that's when you hear something else kind of skitter around. You hear something fall, and you look over at one of these tables that had fractured, and there's all sorts of trash on the ground, like these broken bits, like there's body bags, there's glass, there's metal framing, and it's like right next to where like there's this whole wall of kind of corner drawers. A couple of the drawers are open, most of them are closed. And Biggie, I'm gonna roll over the observation. You see one of the bags, these dark black body bags, starts to move, and you're the only one who sees it. No one else notices it.
I'm just gonna fire off a round into that body bag.
Okay, roll your attack.
Let's see here.
Okay. All right. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about what that says.
Okay.
Okay.
It's question marks anyway, so.
Is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Really? Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay, I didn't realize it did that.
Don't worry about the success.
Don't worry. Don't worry at all. Everything's fine.
Hey, That bag was moving, and I know nothing ain't supposed to move in them bags.
So as you turn around, you fire into it. You see the bullet kind of explode a little bit, and this little greenish yellow liquid just erupts, and you hear the bag continues to unfold, and suddenly it's not a bag. It's this black, reflective creature that's head just starts to curl and move upward, and it begins to just rise and stand, and you hear over from the doorway from where you came from by the bridge. You see standing in the doorway another one of these creatures. And let's do initiative. I'll let the rest of you can play the NPCs and such. I figured this was going to happen because we're all split, but all right. Give me a second. I'll set this. I'll see if I can get the dealing out to work. Let's see. Let's shuffle that up. All right. So Adam gets a card. Chuck, Jen, Jeremy, Matt, and Melissa.
We're all dropping F in the chat.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, we
That's
are.
fair.
All right. So I tried to just deal it, so hopefully that worked. We'll see.
Got it.
Got
Okay.
one.
If you didn't get one, let me know. And so,
I think I got 2.
Okay, yeah, I got 2.
okay.
Oh yeah, I also got 2.
All right.
I got 3.
I got
Got
3.
one.
Okay. Well,
Oh, we're
clearly,
talking about the numbers on the cards. I got 5.
you clearly.
Number of cards.
No, I got 3 cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh.
got 2 cards.
I got 1 card.
I got 1 card.
All right. One sec. Let me get a few things going on. What's like? Did you all get them at the same time, or was it more like one of them came in more recently than the others?
Same time?
Same
Alright.
thing.
Seemed like the same time.
It's such a pain in my ass sometimes.
Yeah.
Just switched over to a roll table, man.
Did you use the you went to the macro, the roll table?
There's a
I
macro roll
didn't.
table. I just made
Yeah,
a
I'll
roll
give you
table.
guys. I'll give you the macro.
Yeah, I'll give me the
afterwards.
macro
And there's
next
a-
time.
A macro
Mm.
that resets the roll table so that like you just keep using the same one over and over again
Yeah.
and restart it every time everybody uses initiative. It's
Everyone
very
just
handy.
roll a d10. Just roll
Okay.
a d10.
Okay.
All right. And I'm going to switch this over onto a map. Oh, boy. All right. Poor old Chet. Gonna be piloting the ship all by himself.
Little kid.
Just a little kid up there by himself. I wasn't sure. I didn't know what was better. Like, I knew this was coming, but I didn't know whether it was better to have him on the bridge or whether it was better to have him, with the crew. We'll find out. All right.
He's seen some things.
The lone survivor.
Yeah. Let's
Man, he's got to have a lot to talk about.
he is going to, like, all these other, like, kids his age are going to say all these things, and he's like, yeah, you think that's bad?
Today for show and tell, I have a vial of green acid.
All right.
And some pills I stole from my dad.
All right. So, Biggie, Biggie, what'd you get?
3.
All right. Let's see. Frenchie, what'd you get?
I also got a 3.
Okay. And then Matt, what'd you get?
6.
Matt, you can play Buckles.
Okay.
Jen, what'd you get?
1.
1. You can play Stitch.
Yes.
Melissa, what'd you get?
8.
8. You can play Winters. And then Jeremy, what'd you get?
2.
2. You can play Ying Sui unless you want to start running down here at some point with Chet.
I feel like he honestly would be under the idea that he needs to stay there in case he gets a message from his dad.
Fair enough. Okay. All right. One's there. And then, okay. Let's begin combat. Oh boy. I'm excited. This is our first xenomorph combat. It also coincidentally might be our last xenomorph combat. It's weird how that works. Okay. So, right as right as this gunfire goes off, you see this small little blip of acid erupt from one of the body bags. It stands up, hisses, and then you look over and you can see right behind where Winters is standing, by the door, there is another one of these tall, black, glistening creatures with this arcing head, these huge teeth dripping some kind of dark saliva. They're as tall, if not taller, than humans, and they kind of extend these wiry, thin arms out, and they hiss. Boy. Everybody go ahead and take a point of stress.
Do you have sheets for these NPCs?
I do. Sorry, I'll go ahead and make them available.
Thank you.
Let's see. So that should have been Buckles. No one's on Dorito. Sorry. Buckles, Minx. Stitch.
Got it. Thank you.
And Winters.
Thank you.
Winters, I forgot to put the stats into, Melissa, but go ahead and just look at the same stats for Buckles, and you can add in the same stats and the same stuff while we get going. Okay. All right. So, Stitch, you are a hardcore merc. You have seen briefings on these creatures before, but have never seen one yourself. And you see two of them now are in the room. In fact, you literally walked right past one as you were looking around. You just heard the engineer of the Khalidi Sanam just fire at one, and then another is now right behind your commanding officer, Winters. So Stitch is Jen. So Jen, what do you want to do?
Shoot it.
Okay, you're in the same zone as this thing. I put the little kind of blue lines so you can see separate zones. There's lots of different debris and places to take cover if anyone wants to take cover. But Stitch can go ahead and can go ahead and roll. So this one's still in your zone. So shoot. So if you look under the NPC, like there should be a named NPCs that you can get into. And let me see. You all should have a pulse rifle. I think you should have a pulse rifle ready to go.
Pulse rifle and a knife.
Yep. And I think everyone's got like service pistols and things. Pretty standard, just a standard array of stuff. Is it working? You see it, Jen? Okay. All right.
I see it, but I don't know if it actually
It went
correctly.
through. It went through, and you missed, and you need to roll panic now.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, so roll stress. These guys have been accruing stress too. Okay? All right. So you turn around and you just start firing, and you're and yeah, you can decrease your stress level by 1. But everybody else who are all panic, you go ahead and increase your. You have to make a immediate panic roll. So all of you go ahead and make your panic rolls.
Oh my god.
Oh my.
This is perfect.
I got a 7, but
Okay.
I have a skill that gives me a -2 on my panic rolls.
All right, so you're fine. A 5 is gonna be fine.
Yeah.
I apologize. I'm trying to find the panic. Do I just click on stress?
Just click on stress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got nervous twitch, so everybody raise your stress by 1.
Okay. Looks like Buckles rolled a couple times.
Sorry, that was me. I was moving inventory and stuff
Okay.
over. Sorry.
Just the nervous twitch should have been fine.
The-
Okay.
And mine was the one that went through. I had a 7 also.
Okay.
So mine and everybody else's goes up by 1.
Okay.
Oh no.
Everybody else, increase your stress, and this makes sense because these 2 things just popped out of nowhere.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Dr. May has so much stress.
She's been hiding it in a closet
Yeah.
in a box for the past like 2 hours. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's her turn.
Man. She doesn't have a gun. She only has a knife.
She only has a knife.
Oh my god. I think if she's trembling, I don't see her like charging in, but that thing's so. I mean, I assume she's aware of their like acidic blood stuff based on talking to her.
She has
earlier.
read several studies about these things. Has
So she's
never
smart
gotten to mess with one before.
Okay. she's smart enough to know not to charge in with a stinking knife. She'll look around to see if there is some other weapon to be used, but for the most part, I think she's going to try and move to a safe place and try and distance herself from it.
Okay. We'll say, I mean, we're in a medical facility, like we'll say that there's like some kind of like surgical laser cutter nearby, or something for it's nothing great. I would say it's probably still going to be a relatively close proximity weapon.
It's better than a knife.
But yeah, so we'll treat it like a nerfed cutting torch. So you can throw a cutting torch in there, but like we'll probably drop it by like
okay.
Let's see, because right now it's we'll probably cut the damage in half with it or something like that. It's because it's probably not as crazy. So we'll just we'll run with it. Okay, so do you want to take cover or anything?
Yes.
Now right now you're kind of trapped. So like you would have to you can step out of the room and take cover, or do you want to just stay in here?
I think she wants to get out of here.
Okay. And so you would know that moving off to screen side right would be going towards where the containment labs are. Mm-hmm. And then the way back to the bridge is currently being blocked by this creature.
Okay. It's weird. I can't really see. I only see Chet.
Oh, really? It's because... Yeah. Let's see. I think it's because he's you have ownership over him. Hang on.
I gotcha.
You delete him.
Okay, yeah. Okay, now I can...
Okay.
Yes.
There we go.
No, actually... Well, no, because if she goes out of the room, she's all by herself in a new place. She's in a pretty good spot. Like, she'll get herself up out of that little area, get the little surgical laser ready, and then, for the most part, just be ready to... Yeah, she'll get that ready, and she'll be prepared to try and defend herself.
Okay, fair enough. Big E, your turn. You're the one who started this fight. They were just going to try to negotiate and talk, but then you just shot them. So what would you like to do? First contact.
Well, I'd like to see about maybe trying to negotiate with them. I'm going to make one solid argument as I fire my gun again.
Okay, go ahead and roll it.
Okay. All right, so that's going to be 3 successes, and I'm going to yell, "I'm in this for long haul!" and I'm going to use the long haul talent to ignore that one.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, you've put some hurt into this one, and you're 1 zone away technically from this one, so you don't have to even really worry about Acid Splash, because that's just I think Acid Splash just affects same zone, so I think you're okay. Double check. Yeah, it's just engaged, and you're not engaged, so you're okay, but this one's taking a couple shots. Okay, but it's still kicking. You want to move or anything?
Does Frenchie carry a knife or anything on him?
I got a gun, and I think... No, I don't have a knife. I gave it to Chet.
Okay. I'm going to look over and see if Buckles is carrying one.
Buckles? Buckles has a knife, yes.
Okay.
You use that knife?
He is not even going to pay it. He's a trained soldier, and he's got targets all around him, and he's not even going to acknowledge you. He's focused on these.
Yeah, he's then, yeah. Eugene's not really going to do anything else.
Okay. Frenchie.
I'm going to start blasting at the same one Big E just blasted at.
Okay, go ahead.
So I started blasting.
So you started blasting.
And I need to take a negative.
Okay.
2. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna call that good.
Okay. All right. Okay. So you fire at this thing, and you think you hit it, but like whereas when Biggie was shooting it, a lot of times it would get hit, and like you'd see these little bits of stuff kind of start pouring out of it. Like you're not sure if yours didn't quite seem to have the same effect. All right. You can tell that these things have some kind of weird like exoskeleton going on. All right. You want to move around or anything?
No.
All right.
No, I'm good. I'm just going to stay back there in the corner with Biggie.
Okay. Buckles, you're up.
All right. I'm going to use the take aim, and I'm going to open fire on the one that's already injured down in the corner.
Go right ahead.
When I click on the gun, it doesn't do anything.
How are you guys attacking when you were shooting your guns? Were you clicking on the gun itself?
Yeah,
That's how I attack, yeah.
It might
It's
be
a-
inactive on your sheet. You have to like right click the image and then click it again.
Weird. It's okay. I'll just roll range combat.
Yeah, left click worked for me.
Yeah, someone's up with the item. It looks like it's kind of
And I'll roll 2 more d6s for take aim.
okay. And the pulse rifle had a bonus of 1, so roll an extra d6 for the bonus of the pulse rifle. Okay, what's the damage? What's the total? Total successes, I mean.
1.
Okay, let me roll armor. Okay, you start laying into this thing, and it's just, and it's.
Did I hurt it?
Yeah, it looks like it's bleeding a little bit.
I have the killer ability.
Okay, not for injuries, I think. It's
That is for injuries.
That's
Sorry,
that's
okay.
a
Yes.
yeah.
Correct.
Okay. Then it'll be Winter's turn. So that's you, Melissa. You are right next to one of these things.
Yeah, not a fan of where I am.
Mhm.
Not a fan. So for my fast action, I would like to seek cover. I would like to kind of jump over this kind of table area and be next to Stitch.
Okay, that sounds good to me. Yeah, go ahead.
Same zone there, and then shoot.
Okay. In which one are you shooting at?
The one that.
This one's
the
a
one that I
clear.
just
The
ran
one
away
by the
from.
door is a clear shot.
Yeah,
The
I'll
one
do
over
that one.
here, you're definitely shooting over top of some things and some robotic arms where there's surgery tables and things. So like there's some cover situations that's going on. So it's kind of up to you.
The one that I just ran away from.
Okay, fair enough. So that one's, I'll just say regular armor for that one. No cover. But yeah, you fire and you hit a little bit of the door around it. You hit some of its body, but nothing really, you don't really get a good central shot, it looks like. And you roll panic and you're keeping it together.
Yep.
You're looking good. Now, honestly, that couldn't have gone better in terms of the initiative for you guys because those xenomorphs are dead last, like both of them.
I was very, very concerned.
Yeah. But the one that you just shot at will go next. Will move up and just sort of climb partly on top of this table. And it's just... And I'm going to 50-50... No, there's 3 of them here. I'm gonna do a D6. We'll say 1 to 2, it'll be Stitch. 3 to 4, it'll be Winters. 5 to 6, it'll be Buckles. It's going to be Stitch. That's going to get the target of this particular attack. So. All right. So this thing launches through the air, slams on top of the table, grabs Stitch in the process, and then I get to make an attack. Oh, that's a lot of dice. Now I see why people like to play Xenomorphs. Okay. Stitch.
That's a big number.
Stitch.
a big
That's
number.
1, 2,
Look at those
3,
sixes.
4, 5 successes. So you see this thing hop up on the table, grab Stitch, drag Stitch, kicking and screaming out of the room and into the hallway, leaving a trail of blood behind. Stitch, I think you have some armor you can roll if you'd like.
I'm not seeing any.
Oh, really? I didn't give you all armor? That seems terrible of me.
I'm an
No.
awesome merc.
Really?
Don't need armor.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, you should have armor. Go ahead and roll. Let me look it up. Sorry. I put a lot of this stuff in a couple weeks though, and then there was like an update to the system, and I think that screwed up some of the items. You all have M3 personnel armor, so you have 6 armor. So go ahead and roll 66s. Displays their irritable disposition. That's good. So you get to roll 66s, and if any of them come up, you can start canceling out some of the damage. Okay. It's still going to end up being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, minus 1, 5 points of damage.
Okay.
Okay. So, then next up.
That's all the health I had.
Okay.
I was gonna say.
Okay. So let's do critical injury.
We do have rerolls. If
Wow, that's accurate.
That makes sense. Poor
Yeah.
Stitch. Okay.
Oh,
We do
man.
have rerolls, but this was an NPC, so maybe
Yeah.
let the fodder happen with the NPC. We'll see how it
You're
goes.
gonna need a lot more than stitches.
Okay, so then next up will be this other creature who's been getting shot at by Big E a lot. 2 shots by Big E. And Big E is kind of the closest, and so this one I think will target Big E. Let's see what I do. Okay. Okay, this thing's gonna move up right next to
Not
Big
stone,
E.
y'all.
It's the xenomorph grabs its victim. Its inner jaws poised to strike. I gotta roll an attack. If it hits, the victim counts as grabbed, and you will need to make an opposed close combat roll against a certain number to break loose. Okay, so let me roll the attack first. Let's see how I do. Oh, that's a lower roll. Does succeed though. Okay, so if it hits, which it does, you are now grabbed. And so when it comes around to your turn, you have to make a close combat roll against 10 base dice to break loose. The victim and all friendly characters in the same zone must make a panic roll right now. So go ahead and make a panic roll, everybody.
Oh man.
I think I'm technically in the other zone because I moved within zone.
I think you're okay, Winters. Yeah,
I got
Winters
nervous twitch.
and May are good.
I have a nervous twitch, so my stress goes up, and so does everybody else's stress goes up in the same zone.
And you drop any weapon that you were carrying there, Biggie, as well.
Okay, yeah. Drop
And you
the gun.
can see its head is hovering. Its jaws begin to... And something is moving inside of its mouth.
I think the next action I'm supposed to try and seek cover, but don't know if I'm going to make it that long.
We'll see. We'll see. This thing, I will say, this thing has been hit. It has, in fact, been damaged. Other one hasn't. This one has. And that's the end of the first round. We're going to come back. Don't worry about those things. We're going to come back to Stitch, who is paralyzed out in the hallway. Do you shout anything, Stitch? Anything at all? I'm trying to see what your injury was again.
That's
The
fine.
spine.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't move. This thing is right on top of you, dragging you out. You feel you feel some pain, and then you don't feel much at all. What would you be shouting at this point? Stitch can shout anything they want.
This is not how I'm going down.
Okay. All right. So then, next up, it's gonna be May. What do you want to do?
Oh man. Okay. It's such a bad idea, but I think that one's already shot up pretty good.
It is. It is. You could definitely see that it has taken some damage, and you can see that there's this yellowish green stuff that's pouring out of it, hissing as it hits the ground and steaming. You know what this is. You've read the stories that they have some kind of acidic compound within their blood. That can't be real. You haven't seen it yourself. You've read about it. Haven't seen it yourself.
I mean, I still have to get kind of close to use this laser, but I will get Can I get close enough to use it?
Oh, absolutely. We'll say. I mean, like, I still think it's going to be an engaged situation.
Yeah.
Like, I will. I mean, like, don't worry about like grid spaces or anything like that. This is
So
all
basically here-ish
okay.
or engaged.
Yeah. Yeah.
wherever you
Right
want
now,
me
I
to
would
be.
say Frenchie, you, and Big E are all kind of engaged with this creature. Buckles, I'll say you're probably a little bit. You're okay.
All right, and she's gonna try and use. I'm just gonna roll the cutting torch,
Go for it.
and we'll see what happens.
Okay.
So 3 successes.
That's really good. As you come running out and firing this surgery laser, roll your stress. I'll roll armor.
Oh, she just freezes up while she's doing it. Probably just doing a Caius.
Good. I have a good news, bad news situation.
Yeah.
Good news is as you just slice one of its arms clean off, and it just turns around and looks, and it's not just the arm, but you got right into the torso a bit. It probably got into some kind of vital organ. Acid is spraying everywhere as this thing is flailing around, drops Big E, falls to the ground. But we have an acid splash situation that's going to be hitting everybody in that area but Buckles.
With it being a surgical laser, is there a chance it maybe mitigates how much acid?
Is there a chance? Let's see. How much damage did you do again, by the way?
I think it
3?
was 3 successes.
And then we'll.
So that'd be 5 damage.
Well, we're nerfing it. We're like cutting the damage.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So we'll say 2 damage plus your other 2, so 4 total damage. Okay. So I roll 2 successes as acid starts splashing in all sorts of different directions. So, fire attack. Would I call this a fire attack? I don't know. Would we call this a fire attack? What do y'all think? Does the cutting torch count as a fire attack?
Oh, okay.
I don't know if it specifically describes it that way.
Well, an actual cutting torch is sometimes fire, sometimes like. And most of the cutting torches I see, but I don't know about a surgical.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's why I was just asking. I didn't mean to muddy the waters. I was just.
Oh, when you're doing surgery with a surgical laser, you don't want it cauterizing everything as it goes through.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's fair.
That's a good argument. Okay, so I did roll 2 successes. So the strength of the acid splash is based on its acid splash rating plus the damage the Xeno took from the attack. If any of you have armor, you can go ahead and roll it. It's
May
gonna
doesn't
burn
seem
through
quite as
floors.
soldierly.
She's not.
as
She's
the
a
other-
science. She's a scientist.
Okay.
Okay. You take 2 points of damage. Everybody engaged. Take 2 points of damage. So Frenchie, Biggie, and May. May is right in the way of Buckles and takes the brunt of the acid. So Buckles doesn't get any.
So, remember earlier when I got splashed by that other thing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with that too, I'm -1.
Okay.
Oh no.
Would this be a situation where I could use bodyguard or?
I'll let it go. Yeah, sure. Yeah,
Okay.
we'll say like as a last grasp. Sure, that's fine.
Man, Frenchie.
Okay.
Oh,
Roll it. It's because it does let go of you because you did kill it. So
okay. Yeah, I mean, may as well see, right?
Yeah.
So bodyguard, what test is that? Mobility. I did it, but
You
I'm
did
stressed out
succeed.
about it.
roll your stress.
Oh man.
Oh god.
More panic.
Oh no.
Scream.
As
Oh,
you're
put the lungs out.
just getting coated with acid, you're screaming at the top of your lungs, but you did in fact block for Frenchie. So Frenchie, you were not at
I'll
-1.
have to roll.
Does that block all the damage or just
yeah.
one point?
Yeah, it does. You're good.
Okay.
Now, with that being said, I've rolled armor, and I think when you roll armor on ass,
It depletes. It
depletes
reduces
it.
your armor. So, it's reduced by 1. So for each success rolled, the armor reduces the damage, but for each success rolled, its armor rating is reduced by 1 as the acid eats through it. So
all right. So how do How do I change the armor rating?
There's not an edit button for you.
Oh, okay, hang on. Yeah, there is.
Yeah, just do the little
Thank
edit
you.
button. Okay.
Mine's actually what is it? It's nervous twitch. So everyone else in range of me gets more stress.
Okay.
I also gave everybody more stress.
Oh gosh.
So did I. Both
Oh,
the doctor and I
gosh.
just started screaming uncontrollably. So everybody, not even in the same zone, everybody in the room from both the doctor and I gained a stress.
I have 11 stress.
You get to roll again too.
Back up to
11
6.
stress.
I like to think that Chet hears all of this happening, by the way. It's open comm, just I burned up! Oh my goodness.
Chet is strongly considering setting that explosive at the door.
Not a bad
Get
idea.
that C4 out. Okay.
All right, so I rolled armor, didn't get anything, and then I rolled my my talent, and I soaked 1. But you know, using talent made me stress again, made
Okay.
me panic again.
Okay. So it is your turn now, Big E. And so I think you need to make a what's it called? That's not right. Both
Oh,
motion.
I don't need to do anything because look at the last one.
Oh, that's right. You lost.
I'm running.
Okay.
I'm running.
So
Oh no, if I lost it, I'm just sitting there and then
Okay.
I'll run.
So I mean, running away from these things would take you into the containment labs. So I think that's probably the way you're gonna run, right?
Awesome.
So you start running.
We all have to make a panic roll when we watch him run away.
Yeah.
No. Oh no. I'm going to die. I'm going to die from stress.
I started screaming again, so everybody gets a.
No. Jeez.
So Big E, you've moved one zone away.
I did. I actually did.
What? You just died from stress?
I just went catatonic.
Oh, okay, okay.
May could not take it anymore.
You kill the thing, and then you just freeze, and then just sort of collapse right backwards onto Buckles, and just down you go. Okay. Meanwhile, Biggie turns and runs. Biggie, you're pounding and trying to push on the doors. There's only 2 doors, only one way to go. You push one of the doors open, and you are now in a room with eggs. Okay. Next up, Frenchie. You just saw your buddy Big E run away. One of these things just died. It's opening up a massive hole in the ground as the acid. You saw one of the other mercs just get dragged out of the room and screaming from in the hallway. You can still see as the door is kind of jammed open a bit. You can see it just getting attacked, just going to town on poor Stitch out in the hallway. What do you do?
Well, my last panic roll was freeze, so I lose my slow action.
Okay. Still got your
I-
fast.
I think I'm gonna follow Big E.
Okay. Oh God. Okay. So you run. All right. Do you want to go all the way into the room that he's in, or do you want?
Yeah, wherever he's at, I can't.
Okay. Sorry, you can't see it.
Yeah, I'll
move
let you
there.
move it.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Whatever. Chuck and I move them at the same time. The token just goes clear to the other side of the map. It's crazy.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll come back to that. Next up, Buckles. You just saw these 2 frickin' space trucker losers lose their shit and run away. At the very least, May did something useful, then she passed out. But at least she was useful. You saw your buddy Stitch just get dragged out of the room, kicking, screaming. What do you do?
Can I see the alien that went in the hallway?
Yes,
Can I
you
tell
can.
How far away it is?
Yes.
I'm drawing my knife and I'm charging it.
Okay. I like it.
Can I make it this round?
So we'll say it's one zone. Yeah, we'll say one zone. It's just on the outside of one zone, so it's close.
Draw
enough.
my knife and I'm running in there.
So you run in. There's Stitch just getting hacked away at. You can see the xenomorph has their head just gnawing away at the chest of Stitch. Blood all over the place. You can see some horrible bone fracture on the side and the back of Stitch laying on the ground. What are you doing?
I'm diving on top of it with my knife.
Go for it. Okay. I will roll armor. Okay. What's the total damage? I only rolled 1 on the
base is
armor.
2, so that's 4 damage.
Okay. Let me
I'll
go
roll
ahead.
my Panic.
Let me go ahead
At
and
it.
That's not enough to kill it, but pretty
Yes,
damn
berserk.
close.
I'm gonna go.
Ooh.
I'm just gonna go insane, just hacking at this thing. I guess. Nearest creature, friendly or not.
You also take 3 points of acid splash damage as you're stabbing away at the thing, and acid just blowing up right in your face, coating your neck, your chest, but you're just hacking and hacking away.
Take any sixes? No. How much damage?
3.
Okay.
Okay.
Burning, but I'm alive.
You are alive, and you did some you did some damage to this thing. Winters, you just saw your 2 Marines run, like one of them just got dragged away, the other chased in like a hero. You just saw May, your doctor, your scientist doctor who's supposed to know about this stuff, just cut one of their arms off and then faint. The 2 space truckers just ran into the containment room. You know that's probably not a good place for them to be right now. What do you want to do?
Sorry, I'm going berserk. I actually get to immediately attack again.
Go for it. Roll it. Roll it.
Yes.
I'm gonna keep stabbing with the knife as I burn.
All right, let me
Another
roll.
4 damage.
Let me check the armor roll.
You are going.
You're
ham.
good. You're gonna kill it. You are gonna get more acid splash though.
What I
That's
roll?
amazing.
More panic. Catatonic are gonna pass out after I kill
4 points of acid splash damage.
it. Oh,
As you are coated, and so is Stitch, by the way. Stitch takes all of that damage as well. It's just pouring on top of Stitch.
I'm broken.
Okay.
Oh
And
no.
catatonic.
I'll go ahead.
And just laying in the acid.
Yeah. Just melting. Busted cat.
Okay.
This is a very sad room. Oh my
Somehow, in the
God.
process of just like smashing away at this thing, somehow, like your leg just like you hear a crack, and then you fall, and the acid just pours down on both you
I
and poor
slip
Stitch.
on the acid blood.
Yeah. I think in
Uh-oh.
every round you're going to be taking additional acid damage. I think you're going to keep taking
Yep.
for the until like the acid is like reduced to 0 or something like that. All right, so Winters, you can see that the other xenomorph has fallen as Buckles got it done, but Buckles and Stitch both look screwed. You are the only one in your whole company that has ever dealt with these things before.
And
You
the
have
unfortunate thing.
you have debriefed everybody else, but you're the only one who
Yep.
knows about this stuff.
Yeah, but unfortunately, a whole lot of shit was going on around me, and as a result of my roll, I don't have a slow action because my panic roll was freeze.
Oh no.
Yeah. So, I can still run though, because running is a fast action.
Okay.
So I can run toward my folks that are laying in acid, so that next round I can help them. But I can't really do anything useful.
Okay. So, both of the xenomorphs have died, so they're dead. However, in the containment room, Big E, you ran in first, and there's several of these like cryo containers, all of them with multiple eggs. Some of them have already blossomed and opened. There's cracks. Frenchie, you see laying on the ground a couple of these hands with those long fingers gnarled up. They're like dried out. They're just dead there doing nothing. There's 2 of them on the ground. But as the 2 of you are in here, you can see that again. There's the containment's been broken, and you all see as the 2 of you step in, you can see that one of the eggs starts to move. I need both of you to make mobility. Actually, let me roll 50-50. 1 to 3, it'll be Frenchie. Frenchie, make a mobility roll.
Okay. This is not great. Hey, I got a success.
So you know that you watch as the egg opens up and one of those hands leaps out at you. Bypassing Biggie entirely, you duck at the last second and it smashes against the wall and falls down, turns around, and like a scorpion is still alive. You rolled your panic?
Yep, that's
Okay.
it. Seek cover.
All right. So that is the facehugger's turn. I will now add him to the There we go. Okay. So then we'll move back around. Why is this not showing? All right. So then we'll move around to the top. Stitch is dead. Ying Sui is catatonic. Big E. So we'll just move all the way towards Big E and Frenchie. What are you two doing? You just saw this creature jump out. What are you doing?
Oh, since I'm still panicked, I'm gonna flee from it.
Okay. So you turn around and
I
run.
don't have any other choice but to be like, oh no, there's someone here. We gotta go, buddy.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the same thing with my seat cover. I got to do the same thing.
So the two of you turn around and you start booking it, and you just run. You go up to the other door. You look inside. There's more of these things inside. You see more eggs. Some, again, like a lot of them are broken, smashed. Some of them are still intact. You can see some of these containers are empty, and you just turn around and run back the way you came. And so you come pouring back out, and you can see laying on the ground in front of you is poor Dr. May Ying Sui. You see Winters is staring desperately at her two mercs that are in the doorway. Chet, you've gotten all of this on comms up on the bridge. You've heard all of this happen.
Like Jeremy wants to run in and help, but Chet's not.
I know.
No, God, no.
No, of course not.
Oh, God, no.
So Winters, you get a turn. What do you want to do?
Is there a way that I can get Buckles out of the acid?
Sure. You can drag him, but you can definitely see that the acid's already covering on him, so it's more of a case of like the acid's already on him. So if you use a fast action, if that kind of get to him, I'll say you can use a slow action to maybe start like ripping the clothes off, like the armor off, so to try to mitigate it somewhat.
Yep.
But yeah, he's still going to take a burn.
Okay.
But yeah, you can do that. You turn around as you're doing that. You turn around, and you can see the space truckers are like running, faces completely white, like they've just seen something even worse in there. Again, you know what's in there. You know there are eggs in there. You know if they got too close to one of those eggs, it's gonna pop open, and that's probably what happened at some point. Somebody got too close to one of these things.
So I'm gonna yell at them to stay the hell out of there.
Frenchie or Biggie, do you say anything back?
We gotta get out of here.
Everybody run.
All right.
Can't argue with that. We've even got bits for it in chat.
Oh, really? Oh, thanks, Captain Carey. Fly fools. Very nice. Okay. Facehugger is going to get to go. Okay. So the Facehugger is going to chase after you all. It's going to hop up on top of this surgical table and sees that there are 3 potential victims. 2 of whom are moving, dodging. 1 of whom is just laying still on the ground. And I feel like the Facehugger is going to leap towards the one that's the easiest target, and is going to leap down onto May. That's a... Actually, no, I got to do a... They have their own chart. Sorry, my bad.
Sorry, Dr. May.
They actually have their own table. So let me roll that. Okay, so Skittering Menace. It's chosen its host, and they know it's coming for them. It skitters forward, single-minded and horrifyingly spider-like. The victim suffers +1 stress. So May suffers +1 stress. Makes immediate panic. She's already catatonic. And this thing, I would say, Biggie, Frenchie, you see this thing is gearing up to leap onto May's face. We'll go back around. Biggie, Frenchie, whatever you want to do. I'm just going to end.
Oh, we can't do anything but...
Okay.
You know,
Yeah,
what we're
just
supposed to do.
Continue to run.
Unless 3 things happen. Another character makes a command roll, we are broken, or 1 turn passes, which turns like 10 minutes, right?
Okay. Turn is like 10 minutes, yeah.
Yeah.
So you keep running. We'll say you push past Winters, you step over Buckles and Stitch. You hear as you do so, and you're out into the hallway running towards the bridge. Winter is behind you. You look horrifyingly as a Facehugger leaps, lands on the face of May, of Dr. May here, and you know what happens when this is. You know what's going to happen. You know that it's not going to be long. This is not going to be good. You're not going to be able to save her. You've never been able to surgically, as far as the notes go. So what do? You've got Buckles. He's still. You're not sure.
He's just not in the deepest part of the puddle anymore.
Basically.
I'm trying. It wouldn't be out of character for me to shoot the thing, right?
No, I mean, it would actually probably be in more character to shoot May at this point.
I'll do that.
Okay, it's because it's
if
just.
I happen to get both at the same time, great. But that's.
So you walk up, you take a
I'll
look,
come over here.
not too close, obviously.
Yeah.
And you wait. You see like this weird, translucent skin as something moves through it, like, and kind of gets shoved and pushed into the face of May. And you wait a moment. You wait a moment. Not yet. Wait. And then once it's kind of done, and you feel like it's infected the doctor with whatever it was, that's when you kind of unload, because this is the weakest point. I was going to give it to you for free, but go ahead, roll, push if you want.
1 success.
Okay, so and yeah, you put her at it. You fire, and you can see that like the actual facehugger itself kind of coils and constricts and seems to not know exactly what to do with itself. What do you do now? Do you chase after these others?
Well, I can't because I had to roll a stress and I got to seek cover.
Okay. Well, at this point, this thing is dead, so it's not gonna harm you at this point. So,
okay.
Just to
then
make
yes,
this, we'll say Stitch and Buckles are most likely no more. You get back, the rest of you, the three of you. First, it's Big E, then it's Frenchie. Bang on the door a bit. Chet, you hear the door banging on the bridge. What do you do, Chet?
Margot!
Polo!
Okay.
Okay. Door opens up. Turn around, Frenchie, Biggie. You see there's Winters running right past you, or right behind you. Get it into the bridge. Close the door. Okay. And then we'll cut as the door opens up onto a different bridge. This is a bridge that's on a completely different ship. And you can see that there's Silas and Clover and Veronica walking onto the bridge of this ship. You look around and you can see that there's about 6 working Joe androids that are all standing up, but they all have that same tilted head, face kind of down, eyes not glowing, mouth agape, arms hanging forward, completely immovable, just standing still. The lights on the bridge look like they're working. As you walk onto the bridge, there's like automated lights that start to power up. What do the three of you do?
I want to go to the comms, and I want to try and hail the others.
Okay, roll a comm tech.
I will push that.
Sure. Okay. All right, fair enough.
All right.
Back on the other bridge of the Lavenza, as Chet opens the door, Big E, Frenchie, and then Winters stumble in, close the door behind them. Chet, you're just kind of sitting there holding in one hand the gun, the C4 in the other, and you hear the sound of your father come out of the comm behind you.
I almost slip as I turn and run back to it, like scrambling to find the right button. Dad?
Yep.
Dad?
Silas Worthington of Whalen Utani Corporation. We are stranded out in space. I repeat, we're stranded. We need assistance. Chet, is that you?
Holy shit, Dad, everything is so crazy over here, but we're still alive, or at least a couple of us are still alive.
What's going on?
They
They didn't mess it up again, did they?
No. Yes. It's, well, everything's just, Fubar.
Listen, we're stranded out here. The ship blew up, but we're okay. But we're stranded on a derelict ship. We need you to come get us.
Okay, we're just trying not to get eaten by monsters right now.
Monsters? What?
Just, I don't know.
Who else is there with you?
The captain lady, Miss Winters, Frenchie, Biggie, and I think everybody else is dead.
Can Winters take over comms at this point from
Dead?
the child?
Sorry, ma'am.
I think Winters would like to step in and have
Yeah,
a
he'd
slightly
like-
more formal conversation with Silas.
Okay. I mean, you could do it if you like. That's fine. Just remember, she's a no-nonsense company woman. Like, she is a company woman through and through. And she's a cold-blooded killer if she needs to be.
And I'm trying to remember, did she approve of them leaving?
Yeah.
To go do the thing?
Yes.
Silas
she did.
requested.
Okay.
She said
Yeah.
yes. She was also not, she pencil pushers, not something
She wanted us out of her hair.
Yeah, she just doesn't like pencil pushers. Like, yeah, he's a company agent, but like not the type that she works with. Like, she has more respect for people who get out there in the field and get their hands dirty, and that's not what
is
Silas
the
does.
definition of in the field.
Well, now it is.
So you took your ship to go do what? And then you
Investigate
blew
the
it up?
distress signal. It's a trap. There's a minefield. The ship's blown up. It doesn't matter. We need you to come get us now.
Well, I can try to get the coordinates, but we
Fine, here they
also
are.
have some things going
Yeah.
on here. So yeah.
You also outrank him by a disturbing degree, by the way. It's not even really close,
I know.
actually.
I don't disagree that I could probably use some additional humans to assist with this. I would say.
Veronica, you're on the bridge too. While this is happening, you can see one of the consoles nearby has all, like, as the lights are starting to come on by your presence, you can see there's all sorts of like these like red lights popping up, error messages of some kind, something going on. There's issues that are apparently have befallen the ship.
Is that normal?
So yeah, it's definitely, when you walk up, you take a look at it, you read it as best you can. It looks like there's a couple issues. One, the umbilical seems to be venting atmosphere, and then two, it's still got that kind of notification about the cargo hold being up. That's no longer venting, at least. It just seems like it's just warning about cargo bay 2 being completely devoid of atmosphere. But there's an active atmosphere vent happening by the umbilical.
Is there a way to like tell how much air we've got left?
Sure. Roll a Comtech.
Shoot.
Yeah, you're okay. Like,
Well, that's
Oh
that's
wait,
Stitch.
sorry.
Stitch.
That's Stitch.
oh, okay. So she just starts blasting. Oh, you want to push? Okay.
We should have a free reroll
That's fine.
or a few left.
She's all good.
Did I do it again? Oh my gosh.
No, you did right though. It rolled the right amount, and you succeeded. Okay.
Well,
So
when I pushed it, it went on Stitch.
yeah, it's probably because your cursor was last on Stitch.
Ah, confusion.
You would know. I mean, there's plenty. It's not a problem. It's not like there's a set amount of oxygen you're only ever going to have on the ship. Like, it can be recycled. Like the CO2 scrubbers can actually recycle air. Like, there's definitely a depletion, but if it's not taken care of, then it'll be an issue. At a certain point, it will become a problem. It's not at, total loss yet, but it's a critical.
I would like to relay that to, just to add more problems to everything else that's going on. I think there's a problem with the air.
So Clover, when you hear her, you kind of look over, and you look, and she's on the complete other side of the bridge, like on the other side of the captain's seat and everything. And as you're looking over, you notice that the captain's seat is not actually empty. There is, in fact, a person sitting in it, but they have had, as best as you can tell, their head has been caved in.
Jesus.
So you can go ahead and take a point of stress for that.
Start, definitely have a startle response, and let everyone know that just happened. Look, over there.
I'm in the middle of talking on the comms, and I'm just gonna be like, shush her. Like,
Okay.
busy. The adults are talking here. Quiet.
Oh, jeez.
This is not going to end well.
Oh my
This
God.
is not going to end well.
Okay. So on the comms, back on the Lavenza, yeah, you get the coordinates. You know they're at. Like, it's gonna take 7-8 hours to get to them. Like, you've already started moving in the direction of the signal anyway, so you've already probably made some ground. It's probably been an hour since this all happened tonight. So you're already en route. The question remains, though. Like, right now, you have this little lifeboat in the bridge. You can see that all of you have damage. You're bleeding, sweating. Some of you have burns. Big E especially, like, you can feel like where that creature grabbed either sides of your head and just kind of squeezed, and their mouth opened and something was happening to you. Like, you're replaying it in your mind. Like, what the hell was just about to happen? So what are you all doing on this bridge?
You said there's
has it been a turn yet?
Frenchie, you take a look. No, don't worry about, like, you guys have control of your characters.
Okay.
Frenchie, in terms of lifeboat, you can tell that there are escape pods similar to the ship. Like, there's individual escape pods that are numbered in, like there's like 12 of them on both on either side near the bridge. You also know that there is a shuttle of some kind. When you were looking through the records earlier with Silas, you would have seen basic allotment of cargo, and you know that there's a shuttle down in one of the bays. At some point, this ship, you don't know where, but it went somewhere, and they took a shuttle down at some point. And that's kind of all you know. Then you just sort of closed your eyes. You're like, nope, I'm not going to read exactly what it said. But you know that there is a shuttle on board. But you would also know it wouldn't have FTL.
Well, I would run this by the group. Like, if we can get to that shuttle, or we want to risk taking life pods, if we can get to their ship, I feel good that we can patch the leak on it, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that ain't nothing that can't be done. So I'm gonna reach in and I'm gonna grab my Pentastar medallion, kiss it, and remove a stress.
Absolutely, yeah. So on the other bridge, Clover, as you're kind of staring at this smushed in, just destroyed head, you're looking a little bit more closely. It's the classic case of someone taking the thumbs and just pushing them down into the eyes and then popping the head. Mm-hmm. Standing 3 feet away is a working Joe android. Its head tilted, face down, eyes off, mouth open and agape, arms just hanging down. And as you track the arms down, you can see that their hands are just covered in blood and, somewhat dried in little chunks of brain matter or something.
So I'm going to kick Silas in the back of the leg, and I'm going to say, hey, asshole, look.
What? Huh?
I'm going to
Oh my God, what? Take care of this. What are you doing?
Take care of this. Okay.
So to make sure that they both know.
Aren't you the doctor?
What? I'm the scientist. Oh. She's the doctor. But you're gonna need one in a minute.
Okay. So something happened with these androids. Why don't we move them to cargo bay and just kind of let them float into space?
Are you done with your important phone call, and then maybe we can do that?
I am. Thank you.
Okay.
Do you want to help me move these killer robots? Or do you just want to stay in here with them?
I've already grabbed that one sort of under the arms, and I'm waiting for you to pick the legs up.
All right, I'll scoop up the
Okay.
Oh my God.
So as you grab the arms,
Oh my God.
and you reach down to get the legs, Clover, you feel a little movement of the arms, and the head starts to move up, and the eyes start to glow, and that's where we're gonna end tonight's app.
Oh, no.
Because it's late. We got stuff
gosh.
to do.
Man.
3 more hours TPK. What?
Oh my
I love this game.
God, what the hell happened?
None of us are dead. This is crazy.
Not yet.
Space Odyssey.
Not yet.
There's 6 of these things up here.
Why is this music still playing?
Because it's intense.
I hit
It was
stop.
intense.
I know. I figured like yeah, okay. Yeah, the rerolls are gonna carry in for sure. So for next time, I think we have. I'll go back through the chat and make sure I get the added up number right. But like, yeah, we'll definitely be.
Gonna need
We're
it.
definitely gonna be using them.
The party's still alive, Captain Karayan.
Yes,
The party's still amazingly.
yes. Your party's still alive.
I'm
You're
so
both
glad I didn't
in
go.
really horrible situations, though.
Yeah.
It's like frying pan fire situation. Okay,
Oh.
let's do some advancement questions really fast to see how folks did. So just keep track of your own stuff. Participate in the game session, yeah. Risk or sacrifice something to further your personal agenda. It's up to you all to assess that. Anybody risk your life for your buddy PC?
Yep.
You did?
Say Big E did, yeah.
Okay.
I just
Fuck.
hit my buddy.
Buckles risked his life for stitches.
Yeah, go ahead and give Buckles some XP.
Too soon. Too soon.
Poor Buckles and Stitches. I don't know why music is still playing right now. This is very weird. I'm so confused. I've actually hit the stop button. So strange. Whatever. Okay. So then, what was next? Did you challenge or stand up to your rival PC?
I just kicked him in the back of the leg.
Sure.
What, we're rivals?
I thought I informed you of that. Surprise!
Oh, you didn't know?
Okay, and then next question: did you make a panic roll? I think everyone but
Yes.
Chet's okay. With that one, I don't think Chet made one. Did he?
No.
Although Chat did say maybe he should do a panic roll because he is hearing all of that on the radio.
That's fair. That's actually pretty
That
fair.
probably would be fair.
Yeah. Yeah, that would have been a really good idea. I didn't see that in chat, but chat, that was a good idea. Definitely should have done that. Let's see. Did you overcome a dangerous event using violent or non-violent means?
Have we overcome it yet?
I would say the people who got out of the lab for sure. There were 2 xenomorphs that could have easily TPK'd that entire
fair.
group, and you got out. Not saying you're out of the fire, but you definitely got out of that specific spot. So yeah, go ahead and take one for that. I don't mind giving out the XP the session before I TPK you. Did you make a significant discovery or revelation? Anybody make a case?
We discovered what the alien things are.
I knew the robots were
I
sleeping.
discovered that body bags turn into monsters when you shoot them.
Yeah. They kind of. There's at least some better understanding of the egg and like how it.
I think that's fair. Yeah, I would say the crew that's the Lavenza crew, you can take it. Did you perform an extraordinary action of some kind? Anybody want to make a case?
Die.
Buckles.
Some of the Marines did.
Buckles for sure, I think, should take XP for that. Like that was pretty hardcore. Just charge it in, taking one for the team, and then another on the next round, and then another on the next round as the acid ate away at his body. Okay, and then earn money. No. Okay. All right, there we go. I finally got the.
But we
music to
did
stop.
have a cocktail.
You did?
At least I did.
Okay.
We all took. Yeah,
So-
we shared drugs.
That's
I
true.
pushed
There's,
drugs. I stole my dad's drugs.
There's
And
something
gave
that
them
I
the
need to
captain.
do.
What's that?
I need to make an empathy roll at the end of the session.
Oh, a couple people do actually.
Oh.
Some of those panic rolls
Mm-hmm.
Who was that? Is
that
it-
came up a few different times.
If you
I lost track. There was a lot
It was
of
2 of the NPCs. I think
yeah.
May would have, but she's gone.
Buckles and May both got catatonic.
Okay.
One of mine came up with that.
Did you get catatonic at some point though, Frenchie?
if you fleed berserk or catatonic.
Oh no, you did actually in the beginning. You got catatonic. Yeah,
Mhm.
this before the fight even happened. It did.
Yeah.
When you were fighting Big E.
Yep.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Where's empathy at?
it's your stats up above.
Yeah, it's on the.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Got 2 successes. Okay.
Okay. How did everybody else do? I had to close down my window. My music would not stop. Big E's good. Frenchie's good. So yeah, I think we're good. Okay. then yeah, let's just close it down for the night. Let's do some plugs again. So let's go in reverse order. Chuck, Defenders, what's going on?
Yeah, Defenders of Cobalt. Catch us Wednesday, catch us Friday, catch us over on Free League Publishing on Saturday. Big thing, Monday, we're going to be kicking off our Chuck Dies in the End Kickstarter thing for our zine. So watch that on Monday. Hit the link, do the follow-y thing.
Yep.
All that good stuff.
And it's in the chat. You can see the dies in the end. Dies in the end.
Yeah.
It's Chuck this time. Chuck dies in the end.
I dies in the end.
Yeah. Okay. And then Matt.
Catch Jeff and I tomorrow on Garblag Games at 3:30 Central Standard Time for session 2 of Masks of Nyarlathotep, Pulp Cthulhu. And then tomorrow morning, I launch my Zine Quest Zine RPG. Kill today, die tomorrow. Spaghetti Western inspired RPG.
Awesome. Drop the links. The links are in chat if you want to check out and be reminded when Matt's Kickstarter goes live tomorrow. And then also drop the link to where Matt's running me and several others through Call of Cthulhu. Let's see. Adam, what do you got?
I'd like to promote
skipped it.
321 action again. As it's a rule set by Hambone McGuire that we all have met at some point or another, most of us. And yeah, it's about 80s action and where pretty much fun is greater than physics. So you can just kind of bend reality to however you want in a very 80s action way. So,
Perfect.
yeah.
And Jen, I'm so sorry I skipped you.
It's okay. This is Jen. I have a channel called Pixel Prowler where we do video games with the GMP crew. We'll be on tomorrow night for some. I was waiting for Adam. Borderlands 3.
Okay. Very nice. And Jeremy.
Well, I joined with Matt and our other buddy Ken to do the Plutecast, PLEWD for comics and other nonsense, and I've got my Kickstarter fever starting up in advance now.
Yeah, there's 2 tomorrow, and I got the Defenders Zine next Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a ton of other stuff. Plus the Garblag Games channel that Matt and I are playing on. They have Dodeca is up there. If you search for a D12 OSR type of narrative gaming, go check that out. Looks really cool. I'm back.
Just got funded today.
Yeah. And then as for Melissa and I, Adventures in Lollygagging, this week, I think we might be doing a zombie game on Friday or Saturday. I'm not really sure yet. So follow the Twitter, and I don't even know. I don't even know. I probably should do that, but I don't. And then next Monday, over on the Free League Publishing channel, you can watch us continue our Vaesen playthrough, where I'm
We're
going to...
doing Forbidden Lands on Saturday.
Yeah, with Chuck on the same Free League Publishing channel. So thank you for the bits. Thank you for the hype train in the beginning. Thank you for hanging with us as we stumbled through some glitches here and there. Back all these people's wonderful stuff. Please make sure that you all go watch them and all of the great things that they do. And I'm going to go ahead and put us on the end screen and then probably raid somebody. So have a good night, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.